What's up, y'all? It's your boy G, San Francisco Bay Area, California. Aloha. In the past, I've been doing a lot of videos and giving you guys game on entrepreneurship, business, making money, etc. I wanted to change course just a little bit. I wanted to talk about international traveling, international dating, things like that. If you've been watching my videos for any period of time, you would know that the purpose of my channel is to inspire people. It's path illumination for sound and solid decision making, overcoming obstacles, and becoming the best version of yourself that you possibly can be. My videos are intended for men, of course, but specifically for men that look like me, men of color, men of distinction, because we all have distinct paths that we're going. So that's why my channel is called Kings of Distinction. We know that career, money, entrepreneurship isn't the end all be all as far as happiness when it comes to men's health, men's social health, men's emotional health, physical health, mental, spiritual health. So I just wanted to change courses a little bit to talk about more things, to give more variation in my videos, and to discuss a multitude of things. So hopefully these videos will give you more direction, more insight, more knowledge as to how to go about your day and how to make improvements in your life so that you can become a better version of yourself that you possibly can. All right, you guys, I'll holler at you later. Thanks for watching. Aloha. What's up, y'all? Aloha, San Francisco Bay Area, California. I'm on my way to the terminals right now at a park. I'm gonna leave my motorcycle here for the whole time. Hopefully nobody messes with it. But yeah, we're about to make our way to the terminal so that we can head to the Philippines. All right, y'all. All right, y'all. So even though my final destination was the Philippines, I had an 8-hour connecting flight in Hong Kong. So this particular video is going to be about Hong Kong and my experience there. If you are traveling internationally and you have the opportunity to have a connecting flight in another country, I would strongly suggest you take advantage of that. I see a lot of people, they're going to South Korea and there's different places while they're on their way to the Philippines. And if you can, it would be a perfect opportunity to just visit a second country for the price of one. So I'm always going to be for that. If you can make it happen, go ahead and do that. My trip basically starts with me going through the airport. I got into the ticket line for Cathay Pacific. I think it's pronounced Cathay Pacific. It's a Chinese owned airline. I got into the line to get my ticket, and then I was looking over to the left-hand side. I saw a lot of people that were getting called to the front before me. And so I kind of got a little aggravated. I was like, what is this? Is this some type of racist thing where they're only selecting Chinese people to go to the front? But then I looked and I saw that the line that they were calling was the business class line. And I'm definitely not in business class. So it kind of made me feel a little stupid there that I was even on that. So there was no racism or anything like that. But I did get to the line. I got to the front of the line and talked to the guy. I got there 2 hours ahead of time. And I told the guy I want an aisle seat because I don't want to be spending, 12, 13, 14 hours in the middle of two people. And he was like, sorry, sir, all the seats have been booked. This is all that we have left, which was a middle seat. And it kind of threw me off because I got there 2 hours ahead of time, which is plenty of time to get a seat assignment. But unfortunately, when I went down to the gate was packed with all kinds of passengers, all of them Chinese. And some of those passengers have been there for like 8-9 hours, just sitting there, just chilling, right? And that just tells you right there, man, Chinese people, they're on their stuff, man. They don't mess around. I thought 2 hours was enough, but apparently, nope, not even. But so I got on the aircraft and the planes were pretty comfortable. They gave you like 2 meals throughout the flight. The flight was approximately 13 hours. The only thing that I noticed was that there was no air at the top. You know how you turn on the light and then you turn the knob and then the air blows towards you? There was no air on that flight for some reason or another. So I sat next to this guy, and this guy, I don't know. Normally, Asians, Chinese in particular, are they're very adamant about, putting their masks on. They don't want to catch anything, or they don't want to give anything to anybody. But the guy that I sat next to is a Chinese guy. I sat next to a female and a guy. The female that I sat next to, she was cool. She didn't bother anybody. She was good. Didn't have any problems with her. But the guy that I sat next to, this guy, I think he had a cold or something. He was sniffling, coughing, and sneezing the whole time. And I'm thinking to myself, oh my gosh, I really hope that he does not give me a cold or something before I get to my trip. This guy had no mask, and he was sneezing, coughing, and all this stuff. And he wasn't covering up his mouth or anything, which kind of threw me off because, like I said, normally Chinese people are really good about, covering and putting on their mask. The thing that disturbed me the most about this guy was that during the flight, and this was a red-eye flight, so most of it was at night, this guy would turn on his night light and wouldn't really do anything. He was just like sitting there just chilling, and I'm like, can you please turn off your light? I didn't tell him that, but I'm thinking this in my head. Can you please turn off your light so that I can get some sleep? And I'm looking around, and nobody else has their night light on. He's the only one with the light on, and it's illuminated. He was watching movies on the headrest of the seat, and the screen is illuminated, so there's no reason to even have a night light on. And this guy, he eventually fell asleep, and the light was still on. So what did I do? I turned it off. The guy woke up like 30 minutes later and turned his light back on. And I don't know why, but it just annoyed the crap out of me because it kept me from getting a good sleep. And on top of that, he was like, using his elbows as leverage and trying to, use the armrest. I'm in between two people, so I need all the room that I could get. But it was like, come on, man. He was just being very inconsiderate. And I didn't say anything to him, but, just know that if you sit in between two people, sometimes that's the hand that you're going to be dealt, right? You're going to sit next to somebody that you don't want to sit next to. Okay, so I get to the Hong Kong airport. This airport is freaking huge. It's confusing as hell. There are people there, they speak English, but some of them not really, and they're more likely to point you in the right direction as opposed to just explaining to where you should go. So I had a hard time trying to figure out what's customs, immigration, and that type of thing. I tried to make my way to the currency exchange to exchange US dollars for Hong Kong dollars. Yeah, in Hong Kong they're called dollars for some reason or another. When I went to the currency exchange, they looked at the stash of money that I had. They saw this small tear or fold in my dollar bills. It was a few of them, and they're like, we can't accept this. And I was tripping because in the United States, it doesn't matter if you have a little small tear or fold or anything in the dollar bills. We're going to accept those, right? But the currency exchange in Hong Kong, they did not accept those dollars. So I had to give them like fresh looking dollars, and then they exchanged it. When I exchanged my money, it was $80 that I exchanged for about 600 Hong Kong dollars. And that was actually pretty good for the 8 hours that I was there, because by the time I left, I had spent all of my Hong Kong money. And that's really what you want to do. You want to spend the money to the point to where you have none left. That's how you know you did a good job with your spending. You don't want any left, or you don't want to run out of money. So I did a good job finding the middle ground there. When I went to Hong Kong, I was to meet with a friend of mine that I met online. She said that I need to meet her at Central, basically. And I was trying to figure out what's Central, Hong Kong Central. And come to find out that City Center and Central are basically the same thing, which is a big mall dap smack in the middle of downtown Hong Kong. So I met a friend of mine there. When I did that, I was trying to figure out how to get there. There's actually a train that takes you from the airport directly to city center. I think it's around $25-$30 to get there. I'm not sure what it is when you convert it to Hong Kong cash, but about $25-$30. And it takes you right there, down smack in the middle of the city center. And when I got there, you know, I had the opportunity to walk around, just kind of do my thing, see downtown city, to see the harbor. I noticed the taxi cabs there. They're kind of, I don't know, they were funny looking. If you've ever seen what a 500 SEL, like an old style Mercedes-Benz, they were Toyotas, but they looked like them old style 500 SEL Mercedes-Benz, like, you know, the kind of Master P talks about riding in way back in the day. So yeah, they had those taxi cabs everywhere, and I was looking around, couldn't really even tell who was authentically Chinese and who wasn't, because Hong Kong has a melting pot of all kinds of different cultures. I mean, you got people from Africa, Europe, Australia, so many different types of people there, so many different types of cultures that I didn't know who was native and who was not. I was actually shocked about how many Filipinos were there. They had like a whole community downtown that had nothing but a bunch of Filipinos. Most of them were females because they were OFW workers just trying to earn money and to feed their family and send money back home to their kids. Yeah, it just shocked me about how many Filipinos were there. I didn't see a whole lot of black people. Of course, the ones that I did see there, maybe about two, they were clearly from Africa. So when I got there, there wasn't a whole lot of stares or anything like that because, you know, I was one of the very few black people. It almost seems like, you know, they've seen us before and they're just used to and accustomed to us. So it didn't bother me at all. I didn't get any stares or anything like that. Everybody treated me with respect. Everybody treated me very well there. When you go there, you're going to see a lot of construction. A lot of construction. You're going to see cranes basically everywhere. Hong Kong is definitely trying to compete with places like New York. It basically is the New York of Asia. I mean, there's so much new development and, you know, so much investments going into these properties that are going up. I could imagine in about 10 years, that place is going to look completely different. It's going to be some huge metropolis. It already is. But yeah, I could see Hong Kong definitely competing with the likes of New York, London, anything like that. It's a very beautiful place. The harbor, the people, just the spirit of you know, Hong Kong. I really enjoyed myself. I loved it there. I would definitely go back. It was Hong Kong. It was beautiful. What can I say? So thank you so much for watching. It's your boy G, San Francisco Bay Area, California. Aloha. I'll catch you later. Bye-bye. If this video was of value to you, like, comment, share, subscribe, and as always, it's your boy G. Be blessed. I'll holla at you later. Aloha.